Hello and welcome back to the Dwarf Fortress tutorial. In this video we're going to be talking about farming and building a house. First of all, I'm going to go into housing because I've set something up since the last video. So in this room you'll see this is normal stone. Now yet again, this is with a texture pack. It will look different for you if you're not using a texture pack or if you're using a different pack, but you get the general idea. This is just normal stone. Nothing has been done to any of this stone. Here, let's push K so we can look at it. This is just normal dolomite. We go over here though. This is smoothed out dolomite, which looks much nicer, and the dwarves get happy thoughts from being around it because it looks so good. So now these bedrooms here that are already set up look very nice to the dwarves. The dwarves love them. And these ones over here are engraved. You can tell they look very slightly different. These ones are even better. Dwarves will actually engrave little things on them. So if we pushed K, which we have, and you go over to engrave and you push enter to view it, you actually see engraved is a Zephon Bardum Rith rendition of an exceptionally designed image of a narrow crescent. The image is the symbol of the cloudy boot of dwarven civilization. So they actually will engrave awesome little bits and pieces about the lore of your world, which is really cool. So so for a full bedroom, just to be considered a bedroom, you want to have a door, which we have here. Follow the yellow cursor, and you want to have a bed. That's all you need for a full room. This could have just been a door and a bed and no extra space, and they would still accept it as a bedroom. They just wouldn't like it all that much. But this is much better. They'll actually like this. So what we want to do is we want to push build and then B. Now at this point you should have already crafted beds at your carpentry station like we discussed in the last episode. So I'm going to place the bed up in this corner. You can place it wherever the fuck you want as long as it's in the room. I'm going to place it here. And then D for door. Remember, we pushed B for the building room, and now we push D for door. And we want to place it here in the entryway. So now when the dwarves get off their asses, they'll come and place those things. If they actually want to live in a bedroom, they better fucking do it. They'll do it eventually. See? They're bringing a door and they're bringing a bed. So once they place all this, I can show you how to assign these as beds. So right now the dwarves will probably still sleep on them, but they won't claim them as their room or anything. Dwarves love it when they can claim a bedroom. So they love sleeping on a bed much more than sleeping on the ground, but they much prefer if they can claim a bedroom. So we're going to push R here. We push Q so we can get to this, and we get our cursors near the bed. We want to make a bedroom, and we push R. It'll automatically detect the size if you have the door. If not, you can push minus or plus to change the size. So we're going to push enter. Now this is a free room. Anyone can claim this. You don't have to assign it to anyone. They will claim it for themselves. So now we're going to go to all the rooms and do that. This way all the dwarves can claim whatever room they want, and they're all happy about it. You want happy dwarves, man. Okay. Now dwarves will claim those and go to sleep in there as they see fit. We're going to go up here and we're going to explain a little farming now. We're going to push P for pause yet again, because at this point it's best if it's paused so I can explain everything in great detail. Now, we want to push P, or we're going to push B for build, and then P for farm plot. Yet again, if you have any problems navigating this menu, or you can't understand what keys I've used, or how to find extra keys from that same crafting area, just read along here. Wikipedia always helps. Not Wikipedia, the Dwarf Fortress Wiki. Wikipedia might help, I don't fucking know. So I'm going to push P for plot, farm plot. Now, this isn't like the normal designations. You can't just click one corner and then scroll to the next one. It's actually very different. You want to push U, M, K, and H to change the height and width. So we want this to be pretty tall and pretty thick. This is really up to preference. It doesn't have to be max size. I mean, my dwarves aren't going to be able to farm this fast enough because none of them are very good at it because they just started. But we'll have that, and someone will come up and they will build it, or I will kick the living fucking shit out of those little midgets. There you go, see? He understands to obey Armok. Yeah, he's using those ramps I mentioned in the other video. Always remember those ramps are possible entry points if they're next to your entrance. I've actually placed traps like right at the entrance of my base. Like I placed traps like right here, but there happened to be a ramp like right here. So the goblins, instead of running through my traps, just walked over it and walked into my base and killed us. Admittedly, 2 rockfall traps wouldn't have stopped a goblin anyways, but wishful thinking, maybe I got lucky on it. So we're letting him build. If you want to check on the progress, you push Q and scroll over. You can see it's partially constructed. Q is pretty much the best way to interact with any building or plot or designation. No, designations are interact with D, and you push K to look around as well. But it's mainly Q that looks up the information and the functionality of different buildings. See, now he's done, I think. Cool, okay. So you push Q on a farm plot. Now we can see what we can grow. So right now we have spring selected. So whatever we put up here is what they will grow in spring. We can push B to switch to summer, and C for autumn, and D for winter. I'm going to make this very, very easy for you guys. We're going to go down, plump helmets, and then for summer, we're going to grow plump helmets, and then for autumn, we're going to grow, you guessed it, plump helmets, and then for winter, we're going to grow plump helmets. So now that all those are selected, that's what the dwarves are going to fucking grow. We want to grow those 24/7. Also, don't have your farm above ground like mine. I just did mine as an example. You want yours down. That's why we wanted deeper soil, so we can find soil deep down, and you can still grow down there. You can grow on clay as well, so remember that. Very important to make sure you have a farm. Farms are fairly essential. I want to push Z real quick. Now Z will bring up the status menu. You can see a lot of things, like your animals. Like up in this top thing, this is what you can navigate. So you can use the arrow keys to navigate through that. Right now we're going to go to kitchen. Just reminding you to do this ahead of time. You want to look down until you find your plump helmets. Where are those fuckers at? There we go, okay. See how it says cook and brew in blue? That means you're allowed to brew these and you're allowed to cook these. I want to make sure they can't cook these. If your dwarves can cook your plump helmets, they'll just cook up your plump helmets instead of your meat. And then you won't have anything to brew into ale. Dwarfs need ale. They need food to live, but they need ale to be happy. They will not want to drink water. They will if they're dying of thirst, but they'd much rather have ale. So we can push C on that, so now it's red. So it's blue now, and then push C again, it's red, which means they can't cook it, which is good. Also, if you look real quick, see how it has like question marks next to the estimations of how much of everything we have? It's because we do not have a broker or a bookkeeper. So we're going to fix that right now by building a new table, or a new chair. You need a chair to assign a study. We're going to push B and D to assign a door. Now, first of all, you want your offices to be nice and big, because nobles like having big areas. Right now, we're just going to make this one small, because fuck on this. We already have it dug out. I don't want to pause or edit the video. I just want to keep going with it, because I'm lazy. We'll wait for him to get there. Hopefully someone will go and craft a goddamn chair. I think he's looking for rocks to pick up for a chair. Or, yeah, it's going to take a while. So while he's doing that, I'm going to explain a few more features. What the fuck else am I going to explain, though? I don't give a fuck about anything else. Mining. So you'll find a lot of ores. You can basically find the ores you need. Once you've dug down, you'll probably see which ores are on each layer, and then you can just kind of like follow the veins. Setting up metalsmithing is rather important, but honestly should not be a priority for you. What you should probably do is just wall off your base so that nothing can get to you, and you can just live inside your little bubble until your dwarves go crazy and die, and you can learn how to play through that. And don't expect your first fortress to succeed. In fact, don't expect any of them to succeed. The point of this game is to have fun. The point is to die. Dying is fun. So there's no win conditions in this game. I'm sure you've already done enough research. Hopefully you've done enough research. My videos are not good for just the sole amount of your information. It's really fucking stupid to trust me with that kind of information. He is taking forever. Okay, so we're just going to push N real quick. This opens up the nobles menu. I'm going to go down to bookkeeper, push enter. Now we can look at all of our guys and see if any of them have any relevant skills to be a bookkeeper. None of them do, but it doesn't matter. So we're going to choose our expedition leader, because fuck him, as our bookkeeper. Now, this is important. Once you've selected a bookkeeper, be sure he's selected, and push S for settings. Go to all accounts accurate. He will make sure all of his bookkeeping things are accurate, so you know exactly how much you have. Now, I don't want to wait for that chair to be placed, so I'm going to go here into the dining room. I'm going to select this chair and make this a study. And then I'm going to assign it to the expedition leader / bookkeeper. So now he's there. So now he's actually bookkeeping. We can push Z. We can go to stocks, and now we can see how much we have. We have 39 eggs, 14 plants, 6 powders, 54 drinks. So we can see how much food we have. How much food we have left. So we want to be careful about that. If you feel like you're running out of food, brew your plump helmets. So we can go to the still here, push A. See, we can't brew drink from plant because we don't have any empty containers. So that's another big thing. You'll run out of empty containers fast. You want to go to a carpenter workshop, push A, and then push V for barrel. Let's make like 5 barrels. You can also go to a crafts dwarf workshop, which I believe I have over here somewhere. No, I don't. Okay. So build W crafts dwarf is fucking... I think it's Z, isn't it? I'm really bad at remembering these things. It's R, because I'm an idiot. Okay. So, R. We're going to use the pearl wood. See if that ever gets built. So as you can see here, the dwarves are actually growing shit. So we'll get food from that, and well, not really food, we'll get ale from that, because we're just turning off our plump helmets into alcohol, and we're using the bird's eggs. So now we have a craft dwarf. We're going to go here. Now you can see you can choose if you want to craft something out of rock, wood, bone, or shell. You get shells from like crayfish and stuff, and mussels. It's kind of rare, honestly. Not many people end up with a lot unless you have a fishery. We're going to go to rock, and we're going to make pots. You can also store things in pots. I think pots have a higher capacity than a barrel, but I can't be quoted on that. I mean, I can be. It would be wrong, but okay. So I'm not going to look through that. Can't really think of anything else that's super essential in the beginning. Like, you just want to get that shit set up, and then you want to dig. Go to the wiki for more information. You will get a migrant wave eventually. There will also be a trade caravan that will come during autumn on your first year to ensure that you have trade stuff. So what you want to do is you want to go to your crafts dwarf workshop, push A, go to rock, and then go to rock crafts, and then push R. I have to go.